today we're talking with Holly, who wishes she could speak Tahitian and loves her home in California. She can balance spoons on her nose and once met Bette Midler. Her travel advice is pack less. And today we're talking to Holly about her sailing adventures. So welcome, Holly.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Holly. So I love that you're out on your boat. We're going to start the famous 7-minute timer. So tell us when, how, your first sailing experience, how this all started, because I'm excited to hear about it.
My dad taught himself to sail as a little kid. So when I came along, my parents had been sailing small boats quite a while. And so I actually started steering our family sailboat at 3 years old. So obviously that was a long time ago. And I've been doing it ever since. Somewhere in the 90s, I got a captain's license so I could take people out for hire. And then that sort of morphed into running charters for people.
Oh my God.
Wow. So it all just has happened haphazardly, jumped right into there, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, well, and thank your dad for teaching you how to sail. We're so happy that we can do that. So, I have to ask, so what's the longest you've ever been at sea? I've heard some stories of sailors who sail around, and what's your big story there?
Without stopping, I would say, I think it was 3 weeks. We brought a boat back from Honolulu to California.
Okay.
But I've been, with stops included, several months and months.
Months and months. Yeah. Living on the boat.
Yeah. Living on the boat, moving. We took this boat down to Mexico several years ago and spent some time down there poking around. I also do deliveries, which means I pick up somebody's boat, say in Mexico, and take it up to Washington or something. So those are pretty long too, some of them, but we stop once a week or so.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
That's incredible.
A week is a long time, even. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun though. I mean, if that's what you do, that if it's your thing, then it's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So tell us something about some of the people you meet. Do sailors kind of group together? Is there a community you stay in touch with?
Well, cruisers. Okay, so sailing is sort of broken down into like racers and cruisers. So I guess it's like political parties, sort of. So I can go either way, but I belong to the cruiser crowd. So cruisers are all people that live on their boats or are staying on their boats a long time, and they travel around and just to sightsee. So we're all pretty tight. It's a small world, even though it's a huge world that we all sail in. You pull into a cove, you meet somebody, you say hello, you have dinner, maybe you go rent a car and go grocery shopping or something. And you're like super tight friends for a week, and then somebody leaves. And then maybe 3 years later, you run into them again. And it's like that was just yesterday, So and you keep track of people. And now with Facebook, it's so easy, So social media, we just keep up with each other. But so many different kinds of people, single-handers that are out by themselves, families, older people, their kids are grown, people sailing with their kids. It's just it's a great little community, but it covers the whole world. So it's kind of a funny thing.
Yeah, that sounds.
In my charters that I do, I get all kinds of guests that come along, and I mean, soup to nuts, we get older people, younger people, crazy people, hilariously fun people. And, you kind of develop a tribe after a while. And I got to say, I think it was a total surprise to me that I would end up with so many amazing, amazing friends from running charter trips. I mean, best friends like you met 2 years ago,
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, and people are open when they travel. So you're getting that, people are open to new things. What's something that surprises people when they if it's their first time sailing, that they didn't realize they were going to have to deal with, or was going to happen when they got on a boat?
I think a lot of people, new people, I think they get absolutely stunned by the magic when you shut the engine off and you're on some, 50-foot sailboat or whatever size it is. And the thing is moving just with the wind.
Yes.
And it's not silent because the wind makes noise, and the ocean makes noise. But when they get their head around the fact that this giant boat with all 10 of us or 12 of us on it, with our kitchen and our bedrooms and our bathrooms and all our junk and everything, is moving through the water, just it's like it's magic. And since I've been doing it forever, but it's still magical. And when you shut that engine off and the boat takes over, it's like wow. And so people, travel's travel. You got to deal with a different bathroom and a different bed and a different pillow, and it's too hot or it's too cold or whatever, and people are kind of ready for that. But I think that my favorite part is just the stunning difference when you shut the engine off and you're sailing.
Wow. It sounds incredible.
I have done.
It's pretty cool. You have to go sailing with us.
I've done like this much sailing, Holly, in my life, and I would be in your shoes in a heartbeat if I just knew enough. And describing that, like, it just gives me chills. I remember that moment, like when you feel like the power of the wind on the boat, like just that power is. It's the earth powering you. It's you're right, it's magical, and it's like it's the most peaceful experience in the world. At least, and
it's kind of like we don't do that anymore. We don't sit out in a field and feel the wind blow. We don't ride on a horse and enjoy that. Everybody's all into electronics and stuff. So when we do those things, it really is pretty special.
It is. It's just like that. It's like the whole world shuts down for just a minute and everything, the world takes over.
Or a month.
It's beautiful.
Oh my God. Wow. So we always have a food question. So tell us a little bit about the food. Like if I come on one of these excursions, and I've never been sailing like this at all. So first I'm a little scared, but you're putting me at ease. I would want to go with you, but is there going to be food? How does the food situation work?
It's not all peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for sure. We provide 3 meals a day plus a happy hour snack thing on our charters, and I'm a pretty decent cook, but now we have an official chef on board my boat anyway, who cranks out some pretty amazing dishes. And sometimes we go with a whole flotilla, so there'll be like 6 or 8 boats with 2 female crew. There would be a female captain and a first mate, and they all do the cooking too. So we ask everybody if they have food issues or whatever, and then just crank out some super healthy, great food, and we try and take advantage of what's local. So like, for example, when we go to Tahiti, we're famous for our barbecued tuna with vanilla sauce.
Oh, wow.
And we have breakfast with all the fresh available fruit and maybe some baguettes.
Oh,
yeah.
It's pretty great. Yeah.
I'm coming, Holly. I'm gonna be there.
I know. I'm thinking that she might get me to sign up too.
The food and the sailing, I'm in love. So that was
and just maybe like the idea, like you said, of turning off the engine. I can just imagine floating out there at night and the black skies and the stars, stuff we don't get to see when we're in the city, or it's totally different.
Like magic. Yeah.
It's pretty sweet to be eating underway too. You're sailing and you're having this amazing lunch and you're like, oh my God, does this get any better? So it's pretty great, gotta say.
Oh, we're jealous.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Well, we got to wrap this up. That's our 7 minutes. So thank you, Holly, for sharing your story, and travel with us through real stories from real people. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.